C.J. Henderson trade and why? When you professed a lot of faith in him at the start of this season, did suddenly resort to having to trade him to Carolina?
I think number one is the development of Tyson Campbell. He's starting to perform at what we expect him to be. He's a very, very talented guy. You get Trey Herndon back, which you can play a nickel. And we have to improve a lot of areas of our team, and just see it might be a good fresh start for CJ. I had a great visit with his family, and I love CJ and spent a lot of time with him and his parents, and I think it's going to be good for both of us.
Why do you think he needed a fresh start after just being here for a year and change?
We missed a lot of games, and we just think it's the best for both.
What's your thought? I mean, he was a 9th overall pick.
You can see it. Extremely talented guy, great size, great length, great speed. But he misses a lot of action, and so maybe just to stay healthy and the Carolina was needed, was aggressive. And we really are excited about Dan Arnold. I wanted him out of free agency. He's a hurdler. He's fast. He's big. His ball skills are very, very good to great. He doesn't have a lot of receptions this year, but we really last year with the Cardinals on tape. I mean, I wanted him. He was one of our priority. Just couldn't fit it in with all the other stuff going on. And then the thing that knocked it over the edge with me was when Carolina was hesitant to get rid of him because of his leadership, as he's on the leadership committee. He's very well respected, which those are the mindset things that I'm trying to really put together, is making sure you get a locker room of that. And I've talked to him 3 times already. So he rolls in here at 2:30 and get him to work.
Coach, are you going to be able to do anything in regards to bringing kickers in, or with Josh? And does a short week affect that?
Yeah, we actually have, I believe, a couple in today that we're working out.
You care to tell us who?
I don't think I'm supposed to do that, and I don't really know him. That's all Trent's thing.
But is that a decision that can be made in just a couple of days?
That's a good question. I don't know that.
When did the trade discussions really heat up? Did they call you guys after Thursday, or did you guys call them?
I think this one's been about a week or so, and then an injury they had an injury to one of their players. But that Trent he'd be the one to ask on all that.
CJ could have played this past weekend if the deal wasn't in the works?
I'm sorry?
Could CJ have played this past weekend if the deal wasn't in the works?
No, he was injured.
Okay.
How realistic is it to expect Dan Arnold to be able to play Thursday?
He played.
Did you talk to Josh after the game or this morning at all? And what's his mood if he did?
Josh. I haven't seen him yet today. We're coming in here at 2:30 for a team meeting, and I don't believe I talked to him after the game. But I told you, the one thing I respect about him, he is hard at working, if not the hardest working specialist I've ever had. But there's also the reality, you got to make kicks. But there's nothing about attitude, nothing about work ethic, but reality is that ball's got to go through the upright.
How difficult is this week for you guys, just preparation-wise, quick turnaround?
It's tough, especially, the Bengals are playing very well. They had a big, huge win. They're playing at a high level. We, through 3 quarters, or, first game, nothing. Second game, we made it through a half that we're playing pretty well. Third game, we're just, I'm looking for constant improvement. I'm looking for loyalty and faith in the locker room, which I have. That's never wavered. And I'm not taking anything away from Cardinals, but we played well enough. Don't make some mistakes. We could have won that game.
You're familiar with Joe Burrow. What does he do well, and how difficult is it going to be to play against him?
He has arguably one of the best mindsets I've ever seen in an athlete. His toughness, he'll tell you he was highly recruited. He wasn't. He was. He comes from an incredible family that it's very, very close family, a football family. but his mindset, even when he struggled early in his career, the one thing they count on that guy is tough as nails, competitor, refused to lose at anything in the offseason. And then you started seeing this younger body start to develop, and even he was shocked by it. I remember talking to him, and I mean, all of a sudden I was like, whoa. When Dwayne came in, he was going to play, and then he broke his hand about a week before the season and was out for, that was his throwing hand, I believe, too. And he was out for quite a while, and then Dwayne came in and started doing well, and then went into that rivalry game and won the game for us. And then we had open competition his whatever year it was, and it was close. And obviously Dwayne beat him out. Dwayne threw for 50 touchdowns. Dwayne went, and then the second year had one of the best years in college football history. But we've stayed in touch. I've talked to him a couple times about Trevor. Our relationship is fantastic, and he's fantastic.
What did you talk to him about with Trevor, or about?
Well, we run into each other on the circuit, when I do charity events, and I ran into him a couple times, Joe, and then when I decided to come here, and then I knew that we were heading into, regardless, we're going to take a quarterback with number one. I just wanted to talk to a guy that was in that position. Recent history being that I talked to Alex Smith quite a bit about it, and then I talked to Joe, and Joe was great. And we talked several times throughout the spring, just about what I could do to help, what we could do to help rookie quarterback.
Some of those things that you guys talked about?
Trying to.
What are some of those things, do you mind?
Balance in your offense is one. Have balance and not put a guy in harm's way constantly. And we did better this game. We're not where we need to be, but we were better. That was closer to what we envisioned.
I know you don't ever want to make it about you, but Cleveland would be a homecoming. Cincinnati, obviously, close to Columbus. What does this mean for you to go back to Ohio and play in front of, I assume, people, friends and family?
I could say it does. It's not important. I love Cincinnati. I actually went to school there, and my two sisters lived there. I lived there for a while. I love the great state of Ohio. Always will. There's got a bunch of Buckeyes on that team that we're getting ready to play. And I was a Bengals fan growing up, so I can act like I'm not. But it's going to be great to go home, but all that matters is a win.
Bengals jersey? Like you had a Bengals jersey you wore and helmet and all this stuff?
Yeah, Isaac Curtis and Bob Trumpy. You guys don't remember those names. Essex Johnson. There's not one human being who remembers Essex Johnson. Good. Got to Chip Myers, Bill Berge, Ron Carpenter.
Essex wore number 18, didn't he?
And then my favorite, who I idolized growing up, Tommy Casanova, because I was a safety. There you go. That's no one's writing that down. I can see.
I did. I wrote Tommy Casanova. I wrote.
You guys want to talk about some other stuff?
Your first coaching job was in Cincinnati, though, right? At St. Xavier?
Yeah.
What do you remember about that?
He was a great coach who's passed away, a legendary. Learned a lot.
So how many tickets do you have to get? Did you get to get for this one?
Mrs. Meyer worries about that. I don't. Good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. The defense were able to play a more complete game on Sunday. What did you take away from it?
I would say just what you said there was more of a complete game. We did some good things all around the board. Third down, red zone. We even had a turnover yesterday, which was a big emphasis for us as a defense. So I feel like we played a decent game. So.
How do you feel like your step? Look like your steps gradually from game 1, 2 to 3. Seems like you guys are stepping up that ladder and progressing.
Right.
You feel that way?
Yeah, absolutely, and that's always the goal. I know going into the Texans game, which was week 1, we had a little bit of defensive problems there. We kind of fixed it going into the Broncos game week 2, but still had some plays here and there that we could clean up. Yesterday, I thought we played good enough for us to win, but we didn't get that win. So.
How tough is it to see your room shaken up by trading CJ?
I wouldn't say we're too shaken up. I feel like we have everybody that we need, so I wouldn't say we're shaken up. CJ was a good player. I know he's going to go wherever he's at Carolina, so I know he's going to go there and then make an immediate impact. So wish him the best. As a captain, it's my job to get these guys ready for this quick turnaround Thursday. So that's what we're kind of focused on.
Was he tough to connect with? Because he wasn't a real verbal guy.
Mhm.
He wasn't out there, doing some of the things that team leaders
Right.
do. Did it make it a little difficult in a position where communication is so key?
No, I wouldn't say it was difficult with him. Everybody learns differently. Everybody interacts with people differently. So I wouldn't say it was difficult. It was different, but it wasn't difficult for me. I've been in plenty of situations where I had to communicate or interact with someone that was just a little different. It is what it is. But as in terms of communicating, hard to communicate with him. No, I wouldn't say that at all.
You mentioned the quick turnaround. How tough is it to prepare for a Cincinnati Bengals offense that can be dangerous on a short week?
Yeah, we just have to, get in here on, a day like today, really take care of our bodies physically and mentally. And then, just like you said, that's explosive offense, so we really have to, get to it right away as far as film study.
Did you sense in the postgame at all that there was any more anguish about this loss because you guys had a 2-score lead in the second half, as opposed to the previous games where you were always playing uphill?
I would just say a loss is a loss. I feel, every loss feels the same to me. Just like I said, just something we gotta just learn from. And yeah, we're playing better, but a loss is a loss. So I wouldn't say any loss is better than one.
You feel good about Tyson Campbell stepping in that role as a starter?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I saw Tyson as a young cornerback, as a rookie cornerback, do some great stuff yesterday, do some good things yesterday. Of course, there's always a learning curve with rookies. I don't know not one rookie that came in that I played with and didn't have a learning curve. So, of course, he's got some things to fix, but I do like, what he's able to bring to the table.
So you get the turnover, you hold them to 1 and 9 on third downs, and those are things that normally happen. You win those games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, is there a sense of confusion about how can we still do that and still not have the result we need?
No confusion. Just we know that we just have to do a better job of playing complementary football. All units aren't going to play great. All units can play good, and I just feel like everyone has to play good on that day. We can't play. There can't be a big separator as terms as just the play level out there. I would just say we played good enough to win. I feel like we just have to play better complementary football.
What have you seen from Joe Burrow as you prepare for the Bengals?
Joe Burrow, he has some weapons he can get to. What I've seen, he likes that empty offense. I don't think he's as mobile now because of the injury, but he can still do some things when he gets out of the pocket. So Joe Burrow is he's very capable. So we have to prepare just like any other QB.
Anything else? Thanks for doing.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
Talk about the trade of CJ and how it impacts the room, and any surprise on your part that it happened.
As a teammate, as a friend, it's tough. I think we all know business is business. We wish him the best. Definitely always rooting for him. Definitely a guy I continue to check up on. The relationship goes way beyond football, first off. But yeah, like I said, it's business. We all get that when we first got here. We understand that. And crazy thing is, kind of hard to harp on it or think about it. We've got a quick turnaround, so we got things we got to focus on ourselves. So.
Was Sunday's loss a little bit tougher to swallow than the first two, and how does it being on a short week actually help you put that one behind you?
No, they all feel the same. It's tough losing in general. No one wants that feeling. The main thing is we had to make improvement. I can honestly say week 1 to week 2 we made improvement. From week 2 to week 3, definitely made improvement, and we got to continue to build off that. Whatever it is that we got to figure out, we will figure it out. The main thing everybody have to do is focus on being the best at their position. Whatever it is, being the best person at your position and bringing that along for the team. You can only focus on your part. I can't focus on what the special team do, or I can't focus on what the offense does. I can't even focus on what just the D-line. Sometimes I got to focus on me first, understand what I got to do, and then bring everybody along. So, this defense is right now being focused on being the best defense we can be for this team, this organization. And I know the offense and the special teams, everybody's going to continue to work and bring it along. There's a lot of things we all have to work on, and we're going to fix it.
You mentioned after the second game going around to each guy's locker room and lifting heads up. Did you have to do something similar to that after this third one?
No, I don't think I had to say anything this game because I see, walking around, everybody sees something different. They felt something different, this game. Being up, going into halftime for the first time. They felt something different. So after this game, they know it's more to this team than they actually can think of. So I feel like everybody's faith is still there. Everybody still has hope. And I didn't have to walk around the locker room. I can tell the way, I look in people's eyes and they see what they feel. From the first and the second game, it wasn't the same. So there was nothing else to be said to that.
Have you had conversation with Tyson Campbell about finishing plays? Because it seems like his cover skills are there, but sometimes maybe he doesn't look up for to get the ball soon enough to see where it's coming. It just seems like he's had a little bit of an issue with that.
And that's something that we still got to continue to work on. Him being a rookie, throwing the fire early. It's early in the season. Still some things that we got to focus on and work on with him. We have, multiple conversations. My main thing is that I wanted to see was to continue to battle. You got some corners who will give up a ball and shut down, and it's hard to get corners out of that phase. And my main thing is I've seen them battle each and every play, make tackles, really good fitting up tackles, and that's what we need for this defense. We need someone that's going to compete no matter what happens. You're going to make it tough on them. And the things that we got to work on is, okay, get your head around. See the judgment of the ball. We'll work on them things. We'll fix those. But my main thing is it's kind of hard to fix confidence. It's kind of hard to fix those things that can mess a cornerback up in this game. It's going to be some cornerbacks going to give us some plays, and it's some that get into this hole and can't get out of. And you can't teach that. So my main thing, I want to see, Tyson Campbell fight, and he showed that. And I can play with a guy like that.
You mentioned better feeling in the locker room after yesterday's game. Could you just talk about what sort of things that occurred in yesterday's game to give you that feeling?
Just the way the defense stepped up, the way the offense drove the ball down the field, the way the offensive line played, everything that we seen was some special things that we seen. Even making a play, with Agnew, you see the type of returner that he is. People are going to be afraid of that. But understand the people that he had blocked for him, they believe in him as well. So many things that we did special out there that we can build off of, going to the rest of the season. And we needed that. We really needed that. And, we all know it's some things that we still got to work on. If we're trying to be the best in the league, it's a lot of things we still got to work on. But that's why we got this long season. We're going back to the drawing board. We got a quick turnaround, and we're going to do whatever it takes. That's why we're here.
How much of a handful are those Bengal receivers?
How much a handful?
Yeah.
Are the Bengals receiver?
Yeah.
How
do you defend this?
I don't know.
You need a pair of hands?
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I know they got some weapons. I'm not the type to just sit here and try to, give everybody the praise of, receivers I ain't get a chance to face yet. But I know they got some weapons. I've been seeing the film. They like to go, deep, and that's something that we look forward to. The main thing is, we're going to make it tough. Whatever passes or whatever throws or catches they make, it's going to be tough. And that's why we're here. We're here to compete. So when I get a chance to watch the film a little bit more, maybe I can answer that question a little better for you.
Had you ever seen, have you ever been on the field with a kick six before like that?
No.
Okay.
That was my first time. I seen it, when Auburn did it, a while back. And then to be a part of it was pretty crazy.
Well, not only a part of it, you were the one that escorted Jamal Agnew into the end zone. You were like his personal
It was
chalet.
funny. It was funny, it was funny the way it happened. And when they kicked it, I'm looking, I'm like, oh, he's not going to make it. And then I actually seen Agnew back there. I did not see him back there at first. I did not. So when I seen everybody still running, he called it. I just ran straight to my sideline now. I seen two linemen coming at me. And I was trying to figure out how I was going to block them. And the first thing I did was just throw my hands up. I was just going to take it. I don't know why, but they end up trying to move around me, which I'm glad they did that because they could have just ran right through me. But, at that point, I was going to do whatever it takes to make sure you got in the end zone. And then they didn't hit me, so I ran back around, catch up with them, to celebrate with them.
Kind of fun.
Yeah.
Was that a fun place to be on
Yeah,
the field?
that was amazing because I never, I only seen things like that. And for me to be a part of it, and be able to celebrate a play like that, that's something that people are going to play for a long time, and I'm going to be right there.
You talk about being confident against whatever receiver.
Yeah.
are you encouraged with the way you guys defended DeAndre Hopkins? He's one of the best in the league, and you guys really kind of held him in check.
Yeah, my first time following, actually. First time following the receiver. It was definitely different. You know, it's a lot easier to study, you know, instead of studying multiple receivers. But, you know, that was my job, try to keep him as quiet as possible. You know, I feel like he didn't get as many targets that he probably would like. But, you know, quiet game is not too bad for me.
Does that say something about where you're headed, what they saw in you here, that now you're a #1 cornerback who's going to follow probably the top receiver?
Yeah, that's fine. My main thing is whatever they need me to do, I'm willing to do it. You know, as a captain, it doesn't matter. You know I got the right coaches, the right staff to make sure I'm prepared for any situation, any receiver. So I'm fully confident that I'll be ready. You know, definitely hat off to, you know, Coach Walt for making sure I'm prepared, confident to face any receiver who I may have to follow.
That was your first time following a receiver in your entire career in the NFL?
Yeah, you know, every now and then I might get like a third down, follow him on that, you know, but first, second, third, no matter where we at, yeah, that was fairly new.
Good for you, man.
Appreciate it.
You talked a little bit about the progression from week 1 to week 2 to week 3. I mean, week 3, you guys are in the game going through the third quarter. It feels like you just have to learn how to finish, and Coach Meyer kind of talked about that. Is that more of a mental thing where guys just have to learn, all right, we're in this, we got to go and play till the end and finish it, or is it something else?
I feel like we still dealing with a little frustration every now and then, you know. So you hear, okay, get a turnover, get a turnover, get a turnover. I remember we talked about it before. People hear so much that they start to do a little bit more than they should instead of just doing their job. And you still have people might jump a route or jump in inside a gap they shouldn't be in. I feel like we still deal with that because we want to do so much more for the team. And I can't talk about it enough. We just got to continue to harp on just doing our job, you know, and understand when you're down, it doesn't matter what's going in the game. You want to be that guy to, I make the huge play. I want to hit this team so bad, and that's fine. I love that. But we have to make the play during our job. And sometimes I feel like that's the part that we kind of get to towards the end of the game. It's like, okay, that's not try to get desperate and try to do whatever it takes to get the ball. That's do our job and still try to fight, rip, whatever it is to get this ball out, you know. So that's a part that we have to focus on. The defense have to focus on defense and being the best defense we can be. Doesn't matter what's going on around us.
Is that a young guy thing where you just feel like you got to be the guy, I got to be the one that goes and does it?
Yeah, but I don't think it's just a young guy thing. It's just a person that just want to do so much for this team. Understand, everybody wants to win. There's nobody out there, you know, trying to go out there and play this game thinking like, oh, we already lost. We want this really bad. So a person who want it really bad, they might do a little extra thinking they have to be the guy to do that, you know. So I can't say it enough. If we all just focus on being the best in our position and being the best in our group, you know, this defense, special teams, offense, I feel like instead of focusing on everything else around it, I feel like we'll be okay. So, like I said, you know, we're still learning as a whole, and we're going to fix those things that we need to fix. But sometimes I feel like that's where we get at, you know, third, fourth quarter. You know, that score gets up a little bit. You try to figure out what you can do to stop it, and sometimes that can hurt us.
One more on CJ. Ray kind of said it all when he said he's a little different. We all know that.
Mm-hmm.
But was that a tough fit for you? I mean, you're so vocal. You and him are on opposite spectrums of communication. Is it difficult for a guy like that to fit in the backfield where communication is key and you and Ray are so outgoing?
No. I feel like my main thing is I had to understand who CJ was as a person first. You know, trying to be a leader and being able to talk to the person the right way. He's definitely more quiet than I am, of course. A lot of people on the team.
Yeah.
So my main thing is the way you approach him. You know, you walk up to him, you talk to him one-on-one. You know, you don't do all the extra stuff. He's not the type of guy. He listens. He understands what's going on. And when it comes to, you know, being on the back end where he got to talk a little more, that's type of the relationship and, you know, communication you got to have between your corner and your safety. I can look at CJ and he give me some type of signal. He might not yell it, but I know what's going on. I know what he's thinking, the way he moves. But I had to understand CJ as a person first. And that part is okay. Some people are going to be vocal, some people are not. But as a leader, you got to understand how to coach and talk to each person individually. Everybody is different. And I feel like I got a better feeling, you know, being around OTAs. You know, he was, you know, injured. Then Cam got a chance to move around with him. You know, sometimes just having a couch conversation, you know, going to dinner, doesn't matter what it is. I understood him as a person, so we had no issue when it came to that.
You're going to be a good coach one day with that.
Quick play. Can you talk a little bit about any offensive
line confusion that there might have been on that play?
Oh, really, wasn't really any confusion. We all knew the play, and we just had to go out and execute. That's all it was. You know, it was unfortunate what happened on the play, but, you know, everybody was on the same page. We just went out there and just tried to make a play.
On the sideline prior to you guys going out, you knew it was coming at some point?
I figured it was, because we installed it early in the week in the game plan. So, you know, we had ran it in practice a couple times and a couple times in the walkthroughs. So we had a feeling it was going to come sometime in the game.
What did Andrew spin?
It's called a whirly bird. So usually it's just like the whole line is just zoning. We're trying to sell a run on the front side, and then the backside guy can get around to the end that's scraping off the edge on the backside and try to, you know, give the quarterback some protection on the backside.
That was intentional.
Yeah, that he's supposed to do that, yeah.
And it just, the fact that J.J. Watt's J.J. Watt,
Right.
meaning he got by in there?
Oh, yeah, because, you know, when you zoning like that, J.J. Watt's the guy, he doesn't really take on contact in the run game. So when he felt the run, he usually tries to jump around you or go the opposite direction, the direction you're going. So that's just J.J. being J.J. Yeah.
You've done a lot of zone blocking. Is that something that you do a lot?
Oh, yeah. We do a lot of zoning. We do a lot of zoning, gap runs. We do a lot of draw plays, a lot of stuff. We switch it up a lot, but zoning is one of our go-to mainly. We like to do a lot of read options, stuff like that. Yeah, RPO, we do that too.
How tough is it for you to get your body right on a short week?
It's a little tough. I'm a little sore right now. I was just telling Trent that was a little sore in the hallway, but I'm all right. I just got done lifting. You know, just trying to get a little soreness out. I'll probably get a massage and stuff. I'll be good by Thursday.
Is the physical a more difficult turnaround or the mental on a forehead?
I wouldn't say mental. You know, we know how to prepare. We've been here before. We do Thursday night games every year. So it's not really mental. It's probably physical, you know, just trying to get your body back, ready to go.
What's the energy like in the locker room after this third loss, heading into on a short week, trying to see if you guys can get that first win?
The energy's still great, man. You know, we got a lot of positivity in the locker room, and you know, guys, all the guys in the locker room, we trust in our ability, and we know we have a lot of great players, and we have everything we need to be successful. So we're just trying to put it together.
Well, what have you seen from Trevor Lawrence on the sideline? It seems like he's always coming to you guys after every drive and spent a good amount of time with you guys. What have you seen?
You know, he's always just communicating. That's all it is. What we see on the field, different checks we got to make. You know, and if somebody makes a mistake, we always just say next play, keep it moving. So it's just all communication whenever he comes over there, and you know, just asking us what we see, and he tells us what he's seeing. There's certain blitzes or pressures we got to pick up, different things like that. But you know, we always just communicating. That's all.
CJ is one of your good friends, longtime teammate. How difficult was it to see him traded today for you?
Pretty difficult, man. He was my teammate in Florida for I think my 3 years there, and you know, he's my teammate here for 2 years. So we wish him all the best, though. He's a great player. He's gonna be doing a great job for them.
Did you find out this morning? How did you find out?
Yeah, I found out this morning as well. Yeah.
Have you talked to him? How's he taking it? Is he excited for a fresh start?
I haven't talked to him yet. You know, usually when things like that happen, you give guys time to get adjusted and stuff. But I will talk to him soon.
Have you guys talked as an offense about the need to really like jumpstart things moving forward?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, I know we had the ball first the past 2 weeks, and I know we went down and scored last week, first drive, and then this week we started a little slower. So we're just trying to start with tempo. You know, getting going, getting faster, getting to the ball, getting out the huddle quick, and then you know just getting the defense on their heels early. So we're just trying to do tempo a little bit more now.
You guys feel like you're a lot more balanced this past game than you had been before in terms of run pass?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I know how James had a great second half in the run game, and you know we're definitely happy to get that going and just show that what we can do up front, not only protect Trevor, but we can also run the ball too.
Was it important for you guys to really get James going? I mean, to kind of kickstart after those first couple of weeks?
Oh, definitely, man, because you know how great of a runner James is and his ability. So it's always amazing to get him out there and let him do what he does best.
What does it do for you guys as offensive linemen to have that 8-play all-run drive and sort of just dominate the opposing defense line?
Oh man, it's amazing. You know, and I come from just a running type of offense in college and even in high school. We ran the ball a lot, so it kind of just took me back to what I'm used to. And it was a lot of fun though. You know, just getting out and just coming off the ball and trying to impose your will on the defensive line. And you know, it was good. It was a lot of fun.
So when you're on that kind of a roll and a pass call comes in, does part of you go, We were just killing him. Why we got to throw? What are we doing?
Yeah, I mean it can get to you a little bit, but you know you just trust in your coaches, and you know he may see something that we don't see, you know, and he's up in the box looking down. So sometimes you know he may have a call that he wanted to call in the game that he felt was fitted for that situation. So we just ran it.
What does Cincinnati do well, sort of on their defensive line? What do you have to watch for?
Really, I haven't got the chance to get into the film just yet because I was dissecting my game from last night. But definitely, I went against them already twice, and I know they had a couple good veterans up front, and you know they definitely fly around and try to get to the quarterback too. So that's from what I remember. But once I break down the film on them going into the week, I'm gonna know what they're good at.
One more.
Does it mean a lot? I mean, you was on this team last year. You went through this 15-game losing streak. What does it mean to you to just try to get over that and try to get a win after, being a part of that last season?
You know, like Coach Urban always said, you just got to have a spark. You know, somebody just great players making great plays, and just believing in one another, and guys just going out there just staying positive, keeping the right mindset, and just attacking the week every single week. Just like any other game, and just going out there just playing together to get a win.
Thanks, Jawaan.
That's it. Thank y'all. All right.
Thanks.